Hey there guys, this is Owen here at Press Start to Continue, and today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different, and I want to be talking about E3. In more to the point, the press conferences that have just happened over the past week. I just want to have a sort of go through, and I want to talk about the games that I'm really excited about, so the ones that I really want to play, can't wait for them to come out. Because there's been so many reveals for new games, for new IPs, for games that have already been announced before, but there's been more information about them as well. There's been a lot of stuff. So I'm just going to go over each conference, go over the games that I'm excited for each conference. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it. And let's start up with the Bethesda conference. So the first game that I'm really looking forward to, which has been released at E3 by Bethesda, is the latest in the Dishonored series, Dishonored 2. Now I'm really excited about this because I thought the original Dishonored was such a good game when it came out on the PS3 and 360 a few years ago. Just really fun, really cool story. The setting was really dark and depressing, but was again really in a really cool sort of mixture of sort of steampunk and Victorian England and stuff like that. Just really good, and like the whole gameplay. Loved the first person view with all the different abilities and skills and weapons and all the sort of stuff you can get with all your special powers as well. So I'm really pleasantly surprised this game is coming back. So I didn't think this was going to get a sequel, but really pleased it is. What I like about this new one as well is that, as you can see from the trailer, you've got a new character, Emily, who is actually the young girl you rescue in the original Dishonored as a playable character, but you can also still play as Corvo from the original game too. And also both characters are going to have their own skill sets as well, so all of Emily's abilities will be different to all of Corvo's abilities. There might be some abilities both characters might have, but like it's sort of advertising, it's sort of saying basically that both characters are going to have their own unique abilities and things like that, which again brings a new dynamic to the game, brings replayability because you play through both characters twice, and it will be quite interesting to see if maybe the story is slightly different depending on which character you use as well. That would be pretty good. So yeah, very pleasantly surprised that this game is coming. I don't think it's coming out until early as 2016. It hasn't got an official release date yet, but it's coming to PC, PS4 and Xbox One, so I'm definitely getting this when it comes out. And another thing that Bethesda mentioned about Dishonored is that they're also re-releasing Dishonored on PS4 and Xbox One as a definitive edition, so anyone who hasn't played it already, definitely get it, because it is awesome. And the definitive edition is going to have all the DLC with it as well, which is really good. So I actually only ever played the first DLC, the Bank Heist. I never played any of the others, so I think I'll probably end up getting that again as well on probably on PS4. But that's coming to PS4 and Xbox One. So yeah, very excited about all the new Dishonored stuff. But yeah, the definitive edition's out this year, end of this year, and yeah, then this one, the second one's out next year. So yeah, looking forward to it. So Doom 4, or as they're just going to call it, Doom, is finally back with this reboot. Well, not a reboot. I don't know. It's a reboot. It's not a remake. They've completely sort of. They're probably going to do a similar story as before, but Doom's back. That's the important thing. And I remember playing the original Doom on the PC when I was probably about 12 years old. And I was like, this game is so cool. It's just so super violent, and everything dies by getting shot in the face. And yeah, and I played Doom 3 as well. Doom 3 was amazing. And so I am massively looking forward to the new Doom. It's looking pretty brutal, as you can see in this trailer. Things are dying in big fountains of gore and blood, and which is all the good stuff that you need in a good Doom game. I wonder if it's going to have some of the scares, like I remember from Doom 3 especially, used to freak the shit out of me when I played that. How long ago it was, 2004, I think that came out originally, so it's like 11 years ago. But yeah, this looks proper brutal, and I'm loving it. And I like the fact it's got all the cool weapons back in it as well. So you've got the chainsaw, you've got the super shotgun and everything. As you can see as well, it's got some of, well, at the moment it hasn't got sort of, there you go, there's one of the classic enemies from the original game. Can't remember the name, but the big fuckers. It's also going to have some of the other sort of classic villains, or villains, should I say, monsters from the original game in there as well. But yeah, it is just looking so awesome, and I'm really looking forward to this. Coming to PC, PS4 and Xbox One, so yeah, it's looking pretty good. And I like the multiplayer as well, it's sounding pretty cool. It's got sort of your classic deathmatch mode that most first person shooter games have nowadays, where you've got like your deathmatch mode and you've got sort of domination and all this stuff. But they're also going to be doing a special app. I'm not sure. Probably through the actual. Well, it's different for each system. So each console will have, like console or PC, will have this special thing called the Snap Map, which will allow users to create their own custom level designs, and even like power-ups and enemies and stuff like that where they're going to spawn, and then you can just share them online. I don't know yet if it's going to be shared between each system. Like, for instance, if you've got PS4, you create a map, can you share it with everything? Probably not, but it'd be quite cool if they did do that somehow, but I don't see how that would work. But even still, there's going to be a lot of sort of custom maps being shown online and being shared with everyone, so it looks like this could be a game that could last for quite a while as well, because obviously anything with customization in it, as much as that, can just keep going and going for ages. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. It's going to be so good and so brutal. The date isn't until sometime next year. I don't think like Dishonored 2, I don't think there's a official release date for it yet, but it is meant to be sometime next year. Hopefully sooner the better. But we'll have to wait and see for a bit more information on it. But yeah, awesome. So the final game shown at Bethesda's E3 conference this year that I'm really looking forward to is the latest in the Fallout series, Fallout 4. This was leaked briefly like last week or the week before, I think it was. But now they've showed off loads of gameplay trailer here. And you can actually see here that the game is going to be set before the events of the nuclear winter, which obviously causes everything to happen in Fallout 3 and all the other Fallout games. And it looks pretty cool. I mean, I've never been a huge Fallout fan. I played Fallout 3 and I did enjoy it, but I never played Fallout New Vegas, never played any of the original Fallouts, but this one does look very, very good. I do like the fact that it sort of does go back to some of the events from before the nuclear winter as well. So it is looking pretty good, and you can see here shit's about to get real pretty quick. But yeah, I am looking forward to this. I actually really want to play it now and see what it's like. So yeah, like it seems like the story is based on like you come out of this vault and basically everything has obviously gone to shit. And as you can hear from the commentary as well, you can merge from Vault 111 all by yourself, and it's like 200 years in the future, like after the events of the nuclear winter. So you've been in there for ages, and I mean you can see the world looks pretty huge. And apparently, from what they were saying, if you watch the full trailer, from what they were saying, like the map is meant to be absolutely ginormous. So hopefully it's going to be on a scale of like Skyrim sort of size, because let's face it, Skyrim is fucking huge. So this one hopefully is going to be just as big, maybe even bigger. But yeah, it's looking very cool. I like the fact also you can obviously, like the previous Fallout, you can do third or first person view as well, so depending on your fancy, you could do either one. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. It does look very, very good. It looks like it's still got a bit of the sort of same interactions with characters, a similar leveling up system with the bringing up your different abilities and everything like that. So a lot of the basic gameplay elements look like they're going to be fairly similar, but obviously it's going to be a lot prettier, a lot bigger as well. And they've also got a new The customization of your characters is a lot easier in this game as well, and you get to be male or female, which obviously they haven't done in the previous Fallout game, which is quite good. And also it's going to have, like, you can create a base as well, so you can have like a base of operations, and you can find materials to help build up your little town, and you can like build stockade, you can build weaponry, you can like get sort of lights as well and start having them, but you have to then have power as well to make sure the lights are working. So it's got some quite cool new mechanics in there as well, but yeah, it is looking very good, and yeah, I'm pretty looking forward to this. And the fact this game is actually this year as well is so surprising. I can't believe they got it released. What was the release date? It was the 10th of November this year, so it's not even that long away, which is pretty amazing, really. And of course, you get Doggy, get Pet Doggy as well, and you can command him to go fetch stuff for you. So yeah, go Doggy. But yeah, look out for this year, not too far away, November, and yeah, it's looking pretty good. So that's it from Bethesda for the games that I'm looking forward to. So next up is Microsoft's games which they showed off at this year's E3. And the first one I want to talk about is this one here, Recore. Now this one, I've never heard anything about this game at all. And so when this trailer was when I first saw this trailer, I thought this looks pretty awesome actually. Looks like a cool little game. I don't really know that much about it, like, I don't know, sort of the scope of it or anything really, but I just thought this trailer is really cool. It looks to be some sort of post-apocalyptic world where you play this young girl who's got a pet robot dog. And who doesn't want a pet robot dog? No one, that's who. Everyone wants a pet robot dog. That's the right answer. And yeah, so this trailer looks pretty awesome. I mean, it's not really showing off any gameplay footage, so who knows what the full game's going to be like. And there wasn't really much else announced about it, but yeah, I just quite like the look of it really. I'm quite excited to see more about it, because I quite like as well, you see in a minute, like, your little robot friends sort of defending you, and in a minute it blows up to try and take out all the other robots. But you can see that all the different robots have got these energy shields in them. Like, you can see the evil one's got red ones and he's got the blue one. And she puts it into that big robot in the background, and then that gets up, and that's your new robot friend. So it sort of you think like, oh, is there going to be other robots that you're going to be able to do this with later in the game? And the answer is probably yes. That's probably going to be the main gimmick of the game, is that you can use this blue orb to transport your robot friend into new robots. But I just think it looks really cool. I'm looking forward to when they really reveal more stuff about it, because at the moment there's not much else apart from this trailer. It's meant to be coming out next year in spring. It's exclusive to Xbox One, so it's another reason for me to maybe have to buy an Xbox One at some point. But yeah, looking forward to more information about this game, definitely. So Microsoft's next game that I'm pretty looking forward to from their conference is the new compilation game Rare Replay, which has got a collection of some really awesome Rare games on there, including some of my favourites like Perfect Dark on the N64, Banjo-Kazooie on the N64, Conker's Bad Fur Day on the N64 as well. Quite a few N64 games there. And also, like, one of the hardest games, but also really good, Battletoads. So it's got some pretty cool games on here. I think it's got 30 games in total, all sort of classic games from Rare. Obviously it's not going to have some of the really good ones like Donkey Kong and stuff, because that's all Nintendo, but you can see here it's got loads of really cool classic Rare games. And it's out really soon as well. It's out like on the 4th of August, so it's not even too far away. But yeah, there's a lot of good classic games on here, which I urge, especially the ones I've mentioned, Conker's, Perfect Dark and Banjo-Kazooie, definitely ones to play when you pick up this game. So the next game the last game in fact, that I'm really looking forward to, which has been released at the Microsoft conference, is the latest in the Gears of War series, Gears of War 4, or as they seem to be titling it, Gears 4. Now, again, like the last game, Recore, there's not really much else that's known about this other than the fact that it's the latest Gears of War game. It's going to be the 4th in the main series, the 5th game in the actual series, and there's obviously got the same weaponry and stuff like that. Like you just saw the guy there with the Lancer chainsaw gun. He's got the Nasher shotgun in his backpack as well. But other than that, there's not really much else that's known about this. But it's going to be a new Gears of War, and it's going to be on Xbox One. It's more than likely going to be pretty damn good, because like all the Gears games are pretty good games. So yeah, this is going to be the first one which is coming out to the Xbox One. So it should, I mean, looking at it, it looks awesome. It does graphically look very, very good. So yeah, this should be a goodie. It looks like the enemies, you'll see some pretty soon, but it looks like the enemies are new enemies from the old, like completely different to the old enemies from the old Gears of War games. So it doesn't look like you've got the locusts anymore. It looks like there's new enemies, but
sure that's safe?
We'll see them in a second anyway. I mean, this new Gears game is looking a lot bigger. Well, I don't know if it's going to look not necessarily big is the right word, but it's definitely looking a lot more epic. I mean, like you can see that massive tornado in the background, which is obviously affecting the battleground. So I don't know if maybe these sort of dynamic effects are going to be continuing throughout the rest of the game. So like you're going to see loads of shit going on in the background, which is then going to affect what's going on in the actual game where you are. But I mean, yeah, it does look very, very good. Gameplay wise, it doesn't look much different. Like you can see him running like classic Gears of War. When he starts shooting at enemies a bit later as well, again very similar to the classic Gears of War game. But I think it's just going to be a new, prettier Gears, new story. It's like a completely new storyline as well, because as you can see, these are the characters here. They're not the character. It doesn't look like Marcus Phoenix from any of the original Gears of Wars, and the other girl doesn't look it for any character from any of the other Gears of War games either. So it looks like it's going to be a completely fresh story. Whether it's going to be a sequel or a prequel, I'm guessing sequel. It makes sense if it's the 4th one, but it should be pretty awesome when it does come out. I mean, again, like a lot of the other games, there's no official release date just yet, but I'm sure they're probably going to schedule it for, I think it's meant to be scheduled for next year, 2016. But yeah, this does look good. I'm looking forward to when more information gets leaked about this game. And hopefully, like Gears of War 3 was, hopefully it's going to be up to 4-player co-op rather than just a 2-player co-op, because at the moment you can only see the 2 characters. But let's hope there is going to be 4-player co-op in there as well, because it was great when they introduced 4-player co-op. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Right, so that's all the Microsoft stuff that I'm over with. And next up is EA's Conference, and the first game trailer that I saw, which I thought, oh, this looks really cool, is a new game Unravel, which looks like one of the most adorable games I've ever seen in my life. You play a little man who's made of a ball of yarn, and it's a side-scrolling platformer, like classic sort of Mario style, or probably actually more akin to like Little Big Planet. Even the art style looks kind of like that cutie little sort of art style, but it looks really pretty and it looks like really good fun as well. And you can sort of use your different abilities to sort of jump up higher, jump across ledges, and swing around everywhere. And like, obviously, because you're a small little ball of yarn, you actually walk around like sort of real world environments. So like you can see here, you're using a normal fish to pull your boat around. But it just looks so cute. And like side-scrolling platformers, I've always loved them. Like the original Mario game was one of the first games I ever played in my life, and so I always sort of hold side-scrolling platformers close to my heart. And this looks really, really good fun. I don't know when it's out, but it's coming, I believe, to Xbox One, PS4, and PC. But I think at the moment there isn't a release date for it just yet. But I'm looking forward to this. This just looks very, very cute. So EA's next game at their conference this year that I thought is looking really cool, and I've been looking forward to this one, for a long time, and that's the latest Mirror's Edge game, which originally was going to be called Mirror's Edge 2, which is now actually called Mirror's Edge Catalyst. I mean, Mirror's Edge 1 was such an underrated game. Like, it was so good, but for some reason, like, it didn't seem to sell very well at first, and it's sort of one of them games that now people look back and think, oh yeah, that was a really good game. And so I'm really glad that a sequel has finally been released. The story looks like it's going to be telling the story of Faith's origin story, so basically sort of why she's become a runner in the city. I mean, as you can see, it looks really, I mean, this is in-game footage, and it looks really, really good. It looks amazing. But yeah, it's going to be really cool to sort of explore more of Faith's story. Just because, yeah, I've just thought the first one was so good, and it's great to see a sequel come back. It's quite exciting as well because they're saying, although it's not going to be an open world game, it's going to be a free roaming game, which kind of seems to imply that you can travel around, maybe not travel around the whole city, but the missions you're going to have to do is they're going to be lots and lots of different ways of doing each mission and things like that. So that's quite cool, especially as the whole idea of this game is not about fighting or combat. It's about running, maybe taking out anyone that gets in your way, but most of the time you're going to be running and just moving very quickly. But yeah, this looks so cool. And look, February 23rd. So, the third and final game that I'm really looking forward to, which has come from the EA Conference, is, of course, Star Wars Battlefront. This looks so good. This looks so good. I mean, just look at it. It looks phenomenal. Obviously, it's finally, when was the last Battlefront game? PS2 era? So, there was even one that came out on during the PS3 era, so this has been such a long time waiting, and I'm so happy this is finally coming, and it's coming this year as well. But just look at it, it looks so good. The graphics on it are amazing, and it's Star Wars, and look at all the shit that's going on. You've got just everything, you've got AT-ATs, you've got TIE fighters, and yeah, it just looks so good. I mean, obviously, I mean, modes-wise, I'm not sure what's gonna happen, but on this you can obviously see depending on if you're Alliance or Rebels, then you're trying to get to certain points to try and here you're trying to get to this point to disable it and stuff like that. I'm sure there's gonna be lots of various different game modes on this as well, but it just looks amazing. I'm so looking forward to this, and there's quite a few sort of, especially first-person shooters, I'm sometimes not really massively looking forward to them, like things like Battlefield. I've never really gotten to massively. Call of Duty I've been bored of for years, but the fact is this is a Star Wars Battlefront. I'm such a huge nerd for Star Wars, I absolutely love it. And look, you can the AT-ATs and stuff in there as well. It looks like you can actually control them, which is going to be really cool to control sort of the big vehicles. There's actually two trailers to this. This one is actually the one from the Sony conference, the Battle of Hoth, and they've actually got another. If you're on the EA conference, there was actually another trailer for, I think it looks like a battle at Tatooine. So definitely check out both trailers when looking at stuff for this game, because you can proper see all the different vehicles you can use. I mean, look at this. Now you're in the big fucker, blowing the crap out of everyone. So which is pretty exciting. And you've got you've got TIE fighters there. You've got one of the X-wings, I think it was, just flying by a second ago. Yeah, the X-wing. You'll be able to fly in them as well. And there's just so much going on. And I mean, you're not going to be able to see it now because I'm going to be this, but you're going to be seeing. If you watch the full trailer for this, you'll actually see both Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader as well. So obviously they're going to have that back. You're going to be able to control the classic, really badass characters. They're going to be a lot more powerful than the normal sort of guardsmen that you use. So obviously Luke and Darth are going to have the lightsabers. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of other characters in there as well. But this just looks phenomenal. Any Star Wars fan is going to love this. Any fan of first-person shooters, especially online ones, is going to love this. So I mean, the end of this year can't come quick enough, because I think this is out for, I believe it's November this year, and just looks so good. Right, so that's all the games from the EA conference I'm really looking forward to. So next up is the Ubisoft conference, and straight off the bat, as you can see, there is going to be a new South Park game, which I'm so pleased for, because South Park Stick of Truth was I think one of my favourite games of 2013. I think it came out. Or was it 2014? Whatever year it came out, it was one of my favourite games of that year. It was so funny. It's absolutely hilarious. I mean, if you like South Park, then it is just one of the funniest things ever made. And the gameplay was still really good on it as well. It's a great RPG, and now it's coming back. And the title just is a great title: South Park: The Fractured Butthole, which sounds like the fractured butthole, but it's butthole. And this time, rather than being set in the fantasy setting, obviously as you can see, they're now playing superheroes, and you get to play as you have various superheroes like the Coon and Mysterion, and yes, even him. And this is just, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be so funny. I can't wait for this. There you go, the fractured butthole. Yes, it's hilarious, but so good. Right, so Ubisoft's next title that was a real surprise, but actually looks really good, is a new game, For Honor, which looks to be kind of a third-person shooter, but it looks to be so far all melee combat. And so far from the trailer, you can see you've got big burly Vikings, you've got knights, and I think there was also samurai warriors as well. So there seems to be different eras that you can choose. I'm not sure if this is going to affect your gameplay style. Hopefully it does. But you can see there's a few different factions, and maybe that will mean there'll be other factions in the future as well. But this game looks really cool. Like third-person shooter, almost like online third-person shooter, like team deathmatch. Like you team up with your buddies to take on other people. But it's all close combat related. I mean, graphically it looks really good as well. But I just like the idea of like having 4-player co-op against another team. And if you've watched the full trailer as well, they've actually got some combat, like an actual match as well. And you see there's like NPC characters going around as well, which obviously are a lot weaker. So you can sort of go in there, steal and cut shit out of them. But then when you face against other players, they're obviously a lot tougher. And you have to sort of properly use like parries and feints and stuff like that to try and defeat them. You can't just go in hacking the shit out of them because you're going to lose. But it just looks really good, and like a massive surprise. I've never even heard of it before E3. So this is definitely one I want to look out for. I don't think there's any, again, like a lot of the games being released, there don't really have any official release dates. It's probably not going to be until next year, 2016. But definitely keep an eye out for this one. It looks really promising. Right, so next up on the Ubisoft journey of the Ubisoft conference is the latest, another Tom Clancy game, Tom Clancy's The Division. Now this has been about for quite a while now as a new game. I think it's been since about 2013 this was first announced. And it was meant to come out last year and it was delayed, and it was meant to come out, and it got another release date and it was delayed. But now it's got another new trailer, and although it keeps getting delayed, every time it gets delayed I worry, oh god, when it comes out, is it going to be crap, or is there going to be problems with it and stuff like that. I mean, especially with the whole Watch Dogs thing that happened. Like Watch Dogs got delayed, and it came out and it was pretty average, and it was meant to be amazing, and I keep freaking out about this game. But watching this new trailer, it's still looking amazing. In fact, I'm still really looking forward to it, and I kind of just hope that it sticks with. I just really hope when this game comes out, it's still going to be really good. But yeah, obviously you can see it's a third-person sort of squad-based shooter playing online. You go into sort of the ruined city of New York, and you have to find like resources because it's like this big plague has happened and wiped out loads of New York City. It looks really cool, but I like this idea here as well. Like, you've got your team, you can see you've got your 3-man team, and you've just found these 2 guys, which are another team of players, online players, and they've just come in, and now you're all working together to take out this group of enemies. So you all work out together, and then once they're done, they actually sort of start following you, but you can't talk to them because they're not in your party, they're not in your group, but they sort of hang out for a little while and they can help each other out. And if you actually watch this whole trailer as well, they've got a bit later on where you can like go against the other team. So like eventually they end up betraying the other team to take them out to steal their loot, which is quite cool as well. Obviously, you have to be a bit wary, and there's always that risk of like really high-end teams just killing everyone that they can come into contact with, which could be a bit annoying, but it could be pretty fun. Like, you meet a random groups, like, oh, do I trust them? Do I take them out now? Do you just walk away, or what exactly you do? So I quite like that. It's pretty cool. But yeah, I still think this game is going to be great. I'm really hoping that when it does come out, it doesn't fail me. But it's looking good. All the trailers keep coming out. It still like makes me want to get this game. But I still don't know when it's actually going to be out. Might be this year, but I don't think it's actually until next year still. I think it's been delayed again. I think it was meant to be this end of this year, but I think it's now sort of spring next year. But keep an eye out for this one. It's looking good. Trailer's still giving it promise, but let's just wait and see and hope. Right, so next up for the games that I'm really looking forward to in the Ubisoft conference are the next Assassin's Creed game, Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Now, we all know this was coming. Assassin's Creed's come out every year since, I can't remember when, it's forever. It seems like, anyway. But this new Assassin's Creed looks really cool. I think this could be one of the best ones in the series, actually. I really like the setting. Victorian England is going to be a great setting for this game. It looks like it's going to be really dark and gritty compared to some of the other ones as well. And yeah, I just really like this. Like, this whole bit here, obviously looks like they're selling children into sort of slavery almost. That's pretty dark. It's darker than a lot of the other games have ever been. But yeah, I really like the look of this. It looks really, really cool. What I like about this as well is that you have the option of playing as one of 2 characters this time around, whereas before you would just have the one character. So you can either be Jacob or Evie Fry, who are twin brother and sister. So which means also you have the option of having to play as a female character, which has never been done in an Assassin's Creed game, well, in the story mode anyway. One thing I'm surprised they've taken out is the multiplayer mode, which has been in it for a few Assassin's Creed games now, but they've taken that out completely, and from the looks of it, they've also taken out a co-op. There's not going to be any co-op mode either, which I don't mind at all. Assassin's Creed for me has always been better as a single player game, and that's what I want from an Assassin's Creed title. So, but yeah, this looks really cool. I really like the some of the new items you've just seen there. You've got that cool sort of, I don't know what it's called, but you can use it to sort of hook onto stuff and just I've seen some gameplay. There's a gameplay footage of trailer of this. You see him like using it to rappel up a wall. And it does look really good. That there's going to be a lot more of a focus on close combat as well, rather than like using your swords and stuff like that. Like previous Assassin's Creed, there's going to be a lot of like knuckle dusters, and obviously you're still going to have your hooks, like your blades in your hands, but there's going to be a lot more, just beating the shit out of people, using sticks and canes and stuff like that. But despite the fact this is, I don't know how many of these Assassin's Creed games there's been now. There's been so many, 7, 8, I don't know. But I'm still looking forward to this. It looks awesome. I think it's going to be a really good addition to the Assassin's Creed, and could be even one of the best Assassin's Creed games so far. Right, so the last game in Ubisoft's conference that I really like the look of is another Tom Clancy game. It's Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands. Now, I've not heard anything about this game until E3, and I've never been a massive Ghost Recon fan, really. But after seeing this trailer, this game looks so fun. It looks really, really good. It's the main game is going to be, I believe it's a 4-player co-op, obviously online, and it seems to be each character is going to have like their own specific role in the team. So like you'll have your close combat, you'll have your sniper and stuff like that. But it just looks really cool. And what I like about it as well is this trailer will show, it will give you it'll give you a mission. So your mission is to not necessarily execute someone, but it's like to take somebody out or to stop their drug trafficking or whatever. But it'll be like a single goal. Like, this is your objective. Now go and do however you want to try and do it. So you can see at the moment they're doing the long range option. So they've got a sniper ready, and they're going to sort of take out the guy they're after and then chase down the drugs. But there's another way, you should see it later, they do the stealth option. And they sort of sneak in, stealthily take everyone out, and then they kidnap the guy, like the guy in the white hat I just shot there. They kidnap him and throw him in the top of the truck, and then they drive off silently. Then there's another one where they just go in all guns blazing. And it's just all these different ways of doing each mission. And hopefully that sort of carries on throughout the whole game. And like each mission, you'll be able to do it in however way your team is going to play the game. So you can play it in the stealth option like you're doing now. You can play it in the long range option. You can play it in the close combat option. It's completely up to you how you play the game. And I really like that. I really like that sort of choice of gameplay because it gives more longevity to it as well. It's like, oh, this time we're going to do it all sneaky like. Oh, next time let's just go guns deep and just kill everything in the world. And I really like that. I think this could be a really good game. I mean, the Ghost Recon series have always been good, but like I said, I've never been a massive fan. But now, after seeing this trailer, I think I'm sold on this one. Definitely keep my eye for it anyway, so when more footage for it comes out, more information comes out. So I don't think it's scheduled, again, like most of the games, I don't think it's scheduled until 2016. But yeah, keep an eye out for this as well. Right, so that's it for the Ubisoft press conference. Now we're on to the Sony press conference. And first up, straight off the bat, is a game that I was really scared was never going to happen, because this was announced like very early on onto the PlayStation 3. And it's something I've been looking forward to for just so many years, because I loved the first two games they did, Ico and Shadow of the Colossus, and they finally released a new gameplay trailer for The Last Guardian. And if anyone who's played Ico and Shadow of the Colossus knows how good they are, and but there's also the creators of the game are very well known for taking a long time, shall we say, to release anything. And this seems to be in development hell for absolute years. But finally they've got a new trailer. It's looking really, really cool with your big furry cat, dog, eagle, creature thingy. And yeah, it just looks so good. I can't wait for this. Really, really can't wait. Again, like pretty much all the games, it's not got an official release date, but with this, I don't care. I'm just happy that something exists for it now, and there's seems to be going forward rather than just because I think there was one trailer ever back in 2008, 2007, something stupid like that, and that's it. So yeah, check out the rest of this trailer when you've got a chance, because it looks phenomenal, this game, and I just can't wait for it to come out, or for any more news to come out for it as well. So next up for Sony is a game I've never heard anything about until E3. It looks really, really cool though, and it's called Horizon Zero Dawn, and it seems to be set in the future where basically civilization has crumbled to pieces, and it's almost gone back to sort of caveman times. It's like you can see in the pictures here, like people are going around with like spears and bows and stuff like that. But when you actually get outside, you can see like rather than you're hunting animals, you're hunting robotic animals, and yeah, it just looks really, really cool. I mean, obviously, you can look at it; it looks really good graphically, but I just really like the premise, like the whole fact that the world has ended. It's probably hundreds, maybe even thousands of years in the future. Civilization's fucked, and everyone's gone sort of caveman, almost caveman type existence, and there's big giant robots going around, and yeah, I urge you to check out the rest of this trailer, but it does look really, really interesting, and yeah, I'm quite excited to see what else gets released about this, because like I said, this is the first time I've heard anything about it. I don't think there's been any news about this since before E3. So it should be pretty interesting when it does get fully released, or just any more information about it. But again, no release date, no official release date anyway. I'm pretty sure it'll be next year, like most of the other games are. But yeah, keep an eye out for this. Definitely check out the rest of this trailer. So next up from Sony is a little known game called Street Fighter V, which has already been announced, sure, but the fact they've shown off a little bit more footage for it, they've shown off a couple of new characters as well. I love my fighting games, and Street Fighter is one of my all-time favourites. I think Street Fighter 2 might have been the first beat-up game I ever played. And you've now got 2 new characters introduced. You've got obviously Cammy, and you've also got, I think his name's Birdie, this dude here. He's from one of the old classic Street Fighters, I can't remember which one. But obviously Cammy's been a long time favourite. So yeah, I'm just glad there's releasing more stuff on this. I'm sure there's going to be a lot more new characters and stuff announced soon as well. But yeah, I just love my fighting games, so any more cool fighting games is definitely a plus for me. So next up, when I saw this trailer, I lost my shit, because I can't believe they've actually done this. Finally, after I can't remember what E3 it was, like 2007 or something, it released a tech demo for Final Fantasy VII on the PlayStation 3, and everyone was like, oh my god, this looks amazing. And it's like, oh no, it's just a tech demo, we're not doing this. And it's like, why not? And finally, they're actually doing a Final Fantasy VII remake on the PlayStation 4, and I just can't believe this is finally happening. I'm so excited for this. This is going to be so amazing. Final Fantasy VII is my favourite game of all time, and the fact that they're now remaking this on PS4, it's just amazing. It's so good. I mean, if anyone hasn't played the original Final Fantasy VII, it's probably because it's on the PS1, and obviously it's a pretty old console now, and so it's just such an amazing RPG. One of the best stories in a video game ever, and I just absolutely love it. It's Cloud with his big sword. So yes, it's happening. Final Fantasy VII Remake is officially happening. Right, so the final game that I'm really looking forward to, which came from the Sony press conference, is of course Uncharted 4: A Thief's End. Uncharted as a series are some of the best games, not just on the PlayStation 3, but just in general, just period. Uncharted series, it's just an amazing series. Obviously we all knew Uncharted 4 was already coming, it was announced, I think it was last year. But they've now got a new gameplay trailer showing it off a bit more, and it looks really cool. Obviously you've got Drake and Sully back, of course they're going to be in it because they're awesome. But yeah, just showing off a lot more gameplay footage here. It's like a 6-7 minute trailer, and it looks really good. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the next Uncharted game, because the last Naughty Dog game that was released was obviously The Last of Us, which also was incredible. So yeah, the fact, well, obviously it looks like this could be the last one in the series, but who knows? It's difficult to say, but it does look good. I mean, to be honest, it's obviously looks a lot prettier, but other than that, it's probably good. The gameplay wise, it's probably going to be not too different to the other games, but that's not a bad thing because the Uncharted games are so good. So why change something? Yeah, why change something that's not broken? Basically, just enhance on it. But yeah, as you can see, it looks awesome. Looking forward to it. Lots of destruction, as you can see right here, a big giant tank. But yeah, check out the whole trailer. and see Drake being a badass, because it looks awesome. Okay, so that's it for Sony's press conference games. Next up is Nintendo's, and rather than being a press conference, they do their little show presentation thing, which they do a little bit differently. But I've got to say, this year, Nintendo, I've been very disappointed with. I'm not a big 3DS fan, I'm not a big fan of handheld consoles in general, and this year's E3 for Nintendo seems to be focusing a lot on handheld, and so there's really only one game that I'm massively looking forward to, and that is the new Star Fox game. Star Fox is such an amazing series, and I can't believe there's such a little amount of them, but I'm massively looking forward to this new one. It's going to be amazing. It looks great. You've got all the different vehicles you can use. You've still got the Landmaster. You've obviously got the ship as well. But you've got this new little vehicle here. You've got the little walker that you saw a moment ago. This is going to be a great game, but it's a shame this is the only decent game really for Nintendo that I'm interested in. There's a couple of other Nintendo games out there, but there weren't that. Like, there was the new Xenoblade, new Yoshi game, new Mario Tennis, but there's nothing that grabs me apart from Star Fox and his barrel roll. So the new Star Fox is, as you can see, Star Fox Zero. It's meant to be out this year, holiday 2015, but really that is the only one for me for Nintendo this year. Right, so that's it for the Nintendo press conference. So next up, and the final conference, is Square Enix. And like Bethesda, this is the first time that they've done a press conference, and I've got to say they've had a pretty good lineup. But the first one I want to talk about is this one here, Rise of the Tomb Raider. Now this is actually the trailer they showed off at the Microsoft conference, but it's an EA game. It's Square Enix game, so I wanted to talk about it here. Now anyone who's played the previous Tomb Raider reboot that came out on PS3 and 360 originally, knows how amazing it was and how it was such a good game, and it really revitalised the Lara Croft Tomb Raider series, and this looks to continue that revitalisation, because graphically again this looks superb. You just look at it now, it just looks really, really good. And yeah, just because the last Tomb Raider game was such a good game for that year, I'm massively looking forward to this new re-release. I think the only problem that I have with it at the moment is the fact that it's exclusive to Xbox One, and I don't have an Xbox One at the moment, I only have a PS4 and a Wii U. So I'm not going to play it straight away, so I might have to get an Xbox One just so I can play this game. Because it's coming out this Christmas, so Christmas 2015, so it should be out this year. I'm hoping at some point they do announce that it is coming out to PS4 eventually at some point, but for the time being it is just an Xbox One game. Just look at it, it just looks really, really good, and yeah, I can't wait for this Christmas to maybe be able to afford to buy an Xbox One again so I can just play this game. Square Enix have definitely done well so far with their first game. So the next game from the Square Enix conference, which I'm really looking forward to, is the latest installment in the Hitman series, just going to be called Hitman. Now I really like the Hitman series. I just love especially Hitman, Hitman Absolution, the one before, Hitman Blood Money I believe it was. I just love the different ways you could do each mission, so each assassination attempt you have all these different varieties of doing it. You can do it just going and just basically killing everyone that comes in your path. You can be really sneaky about it and come up with all these elaborate ways to take people out. You can knock people out or kill them and steal their clothes to get into other areas and stuff like this. And it looks like the latest Hitman game is not changing that, so you're going to be able to take people out to try and steal their clothing, so you can get to different areas of the level to then follow your prey to eventually then take them out. And again, you're going to have a large variety of different ways of taking out each contract. So yeah, I just think this looks really, really cool. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. Now this is actually the trailer from the Square Enix. This is actually briefly shown off as well in the Sony press conference, but I wanted to mention it here because there's a lot more to it with the Square Enix one. And it's a Square Enix game as well, so I thought I'd show it off here. But I mean, anyone who likes the old Hitman games, I think is gonna like this as well. And like I said, I'm very looking forward to it. But you can see here, like this way's taken him out. He's just gone in, axe in the chest, boom. Whereas you could be a bit more subtle and poison him. And obviously that's just two of probably many different ways. And yeah, I just think the whole way you can just do each mission differently, and the fact that they've kept that going as well is very exciting for me, because it gives you lots of replayability. You want to do the mission in different ways, to assassinate them in different situations and stuff like that. So again, like a lot of the other games, I don't know when this is coming out. It's probably not going to be until at least next year. So I'm going to keep a lookout for any more information as it comes. But yeah, again, another great one to look out for. Okay, so the next game from Square Enix that I am not slightly looking forward to, but massively looking forward to, is the latest Kingdom Hearts game, Kingdom Hearts 3. I absolutely love this series. They're such good games, and although they look really kiddie-ish, and in fact the first time I ever saw this game I thought, what the hell is this crap? When I actually played it, I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. And it actually rekindled my love of Disney as well. So, but I mean, it just looks so pretty. And the combat looks like there's going to be a lot more to the combat as well. You'll see later on there's like loads of new super moves and stuff you can do as well. Obviously you've got Donald and Goofy back with you as well. And I don't know whether it's going to be the last one in the series, or if it's just going to be another in the series, who knows. I mean, it's taken so long to get this game out. This is originally meant to be a PS3 game, but obviously the last game in the main series was Kingdom Hearts 2 on the PlayStation 2. They've done a lot of side ones since then on like PSP and the 3DS and all sorts of stuff like that, but I just can't wait for this game. It can't come quick enough. It really can't. I just want it in my life right now. So I mean, hopefully now we've got an actual gameplay trailer showing off a lot more of the game. It means it's going to be within the next year and a half. So I'm really hoping this is out next year. Although I have already heard rumours that it's not going to be coming out until they've done Final Fantasy 15, which is meant to be this year. But again, who the hell knows? It's Square Enix. They release games when they want. So we'll have to wait and see, but I mean, just looking at this, you've got all these different sort of new cool super moves and stuff like that. It obviously shows off all those Disney characters again as well, but yeah, this just can't come quick enough. I want this in my life really, really soon. So hopefully more information comes out for it soon, gives us an actual official release date, but I really hope this is next year. Right, so the final game in not only the Square Enix conference, but in all the games that I'm really looking forward to from this year's E3 is the latest Deus Ex game, Deus Ex Mankind Divided. Now this is going to be following on obviously from the last Deus Ex, and it looks like the sort of cybernetic humans are being rounded up and are basically sort of being prejudice against them for obviously being different because of what happened in the previous game. And they're sort of being rounded up and put into sort of not camps, but into sort of like cyborg areas, and then like, they're being attacked and killed and stuff like that. But I mean, I just thought Human Revolution was such a good game. I really, really enjoyed it. I just loved all the different, again, all the sort of the different ways you can do the game. I try to do it being really sneaky, so sort of you can augment your powers to facilitate that, or you can be more combative, you can be more long-range fighter and stuff like that. So it's really up to you how you do it. And I'm guessing from the looks of it, this is going to have a similar feel to it. So you can decide how you want to how you want to play your character, what sort of ability you want to increase and stuff like that. But yeah, I really want to play the latest one of this, because yeah, Human Revolution was a really good game. And although I was quite late to get into the DSX series, I never really played any of the old ones. I enjoyed Human Revolution so much that I do really want to play this. And obviously graphically it looks phenomenal as well. You can see it now. It does look really good. So yeah, hopefully I think this is out again. I don't think it's out this year. I'm pretty sure this is out next year as well. Most of the games are coming out next year, it seems to be, in this year's E3. But yeah, hopefully more information comes up for this soon. And yeah, I am liking the look of it though. It is looking really good. Okay, so that's it for E3 2015. All the games that I'm massively looking forward to. Obviously, there's a few games which were showed at E3 which, although are probably going to be popular, I'm not really that bothered about them. You've got things like Call of Duty, you've got Halo, you've got pretty much any sport or racing game. I'm not that fussed about them, which is why I haven't talked about them, but obviously they're going to sell well, they always do. But yeah, this year's E3 has been pretty good, considering there's obviously no console reveals or anything like that. It has actually been a pretty good E3. There's been some great sort of games being announced which I had no idea about, like The Last Guardian. I can't believe that's finally coming. Shenmue 3 was like quite a big shock, although again I've never really played the old ones. It is quite shocking that it's finally coming after so many years. But I think the biggest reveal for me, which I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe this is finally coming, or it's coming, just period, is the Final Fantasy VII remake. I love Final Fantasy VII so much, it's my favourite game of all time, and the fact that it's coming as a remake to the PS4 is going to be incredible. But there's so many good games coming out in the next year or two, which definitely good ones to be looking out for. It's a shame that most of them are going to be 2016, so there's not. I mean, this year there's some good ones coming out this year still. Don't get me wrong, but a lot of the really good ones look like they're coming out next year, which is a bit of a shame, but it's fine. It's expected really. At E3, you're mostly going to get games coming out within a year, like a year later, rather than the same year it actually gets announced. So, but yeah, a good E3 I think in general. I've got to say Sony easily, hands down, had the best conference. No questions asked. Sony had the best conference. They had so many great reveals, and it just seemed to be sort of, there wasn't much waffling, which a lot of the other conferences did. There's a trailer, a little bit of talking, here's another trailer, oh let's give you another trailer, a little bit more talking, another trailer, and they just kept on doing that throughout the whole conference. Whereas a lot of the other shows, there's you'd see 5-10 minutes of just waffling on about stuff, and then they show a trailer, and then there's more waffling. It's like, obviously they need to talk their products up, but Sony just lets the trailer do the talking for them, which I really like. So there's a lot more content and a lot more surprising content, which I didn't think was going to happen. So yeah, Sony for me was definitely the best conference there. I would say Ubisoft and probably Square Enix are a close second and third. They had some very good game reveals as well. And as for the worst, I've got to say Nintendo was pretty shocking this year, especially after last year when they had such a good year last year. There's so many good games announced, but this year, apart from Star Fox, there's nothing really that interests me at all. I mean, obviously people out there who like their 3DS, I'm sure there's plenty of games for you, but I'm not a handheld console gamer. I don't like them, so I'm not bothered about them. So yeah, Nintendo is a bit disappointing. So I think once Star Fox has come, there's not really going to be anything else for the Wii U. And we're going to have to wait for next year when they announce the next Nintendo console, which is definitely going to happen. But yeah, all in all, very good conference. So very happy with all the games that have been announced. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed my video. Let me know if you agree or disagree with any of my choices of games, which you think are going to be good, which you think are going to be bad. What your favourite? Tell me what your favourite game was. Tell me what your favourite conference was. Yeah, let me know in the comments below. If you could like my video as well. If you obviously like this video, that would be appreciative. And yeah, please subscribe to the channel as well, so you can check out any other videos. I want to start doing more stuff like this. Obviously not E3, it's just once a year, but more videos rather than just playthroughs. So again, let me know if you like this sort of video, and I'm going to start trying to do some more things like this. And yeah, we'll see you in the next video. Thanks a lot. Bye.